Another Saturday morning. We are, we, oh, sorry. I should have collected my thoughts a little longer before I hit play. As you know, 3 babies. It's about 7 o'clock, 7:30 now, time change. So the sun is just now coming up. And we're going to get on our way to town because I have to stop by Costco again before I go in for my recording appointment. So these, I've noticed, are emotionally getting a little easier. I was very happy with how American Made came out in that one shot. So yay. You know, it can always be better. So that's something that I knew from the beginning. And I was talking to Jess about, I'm always going to have that feeling of, can I make it better? But the problem or the bottleneck is that I do not have limitless time. As you see, I am doing these on a Saturday morning, and even trying to be as quick as possible, getting into town and getting back. It still takes 5 or 6 hours by the time I do the other chores that I have to do for the family. So my appointment's at 10. I'm leaving at 7:30 to hit up the executive hours at Costco to hopefully get in and out. And then the goal is to be back home with Jess and the kids by 1:30 to, hopefully enjoy some family time, because as much as I want to and have always wanted to produce my own music, it's optional at this point, and it's just kind of an extra thing. So yes, we're sacrificing for it, but I don't want it to take up too much of my personal time because I already have so little. I think everyone who just heard that can probably understand what I mean. So anyway, I wanted to make a quick video before I got on the road. I'm going to try not to record while on the road, even though I do it safely, hands-free, and I start it and stop it when the car is not moving. But I don't want to do that anymore, so I was trying to make one before I get on the road. It'll take me about an hour and 15 minutes to get to Costco, do that quick trip, and then the studio is fortunately pretty close to Costco once you get into town. So I found myself in you today, actually, and I just need to have fun with it. The notes, again, are never really a problem. It's making everything sound as full and as complete as I know I can. So I'm not Martina McBride or somebody who has been in the studio for hours and hours, and I also don't have the resources to work on my voice constantly. I practice these. So far it's been between 5 and 6 hours the week before I go in to record. This one was a little bit less than that, but I think I got it. I think it's going to come out good. I think it ultimately started as a lullaby for my kids, and just kind of a poem for that, and just kind of progressed whenever I decided that I was going to turn my writing into music. Progressed into something that my kids love to hear me sing at night. I sing it a lot softer, a lot slower. But one of the things that has pushed me through these moments of imposter syndrome is hearing my 3.5-year-old. Ooh, I made that strong. Hearing my 3.5-year-old sing this song, and it's so cute. She runs around the house. I'm learning grace ain't perfect dancers, it's just pushing through the ground, which it's pushing through the doubt. But oh my gosh, I want to get a video of that. Maybe not to share publicly because I won't be doing much of that with my kids, but to keep until she graduates high school and replay it maybe at her graduation party. But it's just so funny. It's so sweet. And the older one sings the new 2 a.m. all the time, especially they like the diaper bag, not just the keys, counting ounces, not drinks with me. They think that's funny for some reason. But yeah, so my kids singing my songs is helping me push through the doubt that I have a lot regarding this project, and just kind of keep going for them, because I want to show them that it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if you feel like you're not good enough. With enough hard work, enough determination, you can do anything. So with that being said, I got to get on the road or I'm going to be late, behind, and your girl hates to not be 15 minutes early everywhere. So I'm going to get on the road. Okay, kind of in a rush. I'm here, it's 9:50. My appointment's at 10. So I'm going to run in here pretty quick. Everything went good coming up. Got in and out of Costco pretty fast, but still, just feels like time goes flying by when you're trying to have a kid-free moment, and also when you're trying to do something hard and out of your comfort zone. But anyway, you can see I got my groceries back there. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I did get a twinge of like, can I do this on my way over here? Got a little bit of heart racing, but I just need to calm my nervous system a little bit, and I think that will come with going in and saying hi to Mikey, and you know, getting started. A lot of times that fear and anxiety can be cured with action. I'm an action girl. You will learn that. I have my water, my tripod, my phone, and my sweater. I have not needed my sweater. It's been kind of warm in there. In the recording booth, it's cold in Mikey's room, but yeah. Wish me luck. I'll give you a little debrief when I finish in a couple hours before I head home. And then hopefully we'll be able to say I Found Myself in You is done and ready for post-production. Yes. All right. One that I could live with, but the texture, like there was no texture. There was, just, so it, so, sorry. Okay. So I really wanted to be everything I need to be. Like I flip whenever I sing it. So I did it in that last one where I said it might be a train wreck. Being everything I need to be, even when I feel worn out. God, just like, I know I can sing it so much better. I mean, I'm, like you said, I'm hitting the notes. I'm hitting the notes. Right. How we want it. Yeah, I feel like I need the energy to kind of carry it through. Otherwise, it might sound a little disjointed, but I could also just, I don't know. No, I think I'm going to have to do the whole phrase. But you smile like I'm your whole world, and I don't feel so alone. I'm learning grace ain't perfect answers, it's just pushing through the doubt. Being everything I need to be, even when I feel worn out. I'm learning grace ain't perfect answers, it's just pushing through the doubt. Being everything I need to be, even when I feel worn out. Grr, 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 grr. I'm learning grace ain't perfect answers. It's just pushing through the doubt. Being everything I need to be, even when I feel worn out. All right, good. Take a bow. Yes. All the way up until the last, the last phrase is going to be a little different because it's going to stumble into the final, like, or a big note. Not a big note, but a long note. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, in the case, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can try it, but can we just make sure that, can we get it perfect and we know that that's done, and then we'll go back and try it? Because we still have a whole verse to do, and I know we're coming up on 12 o'clock. I'm just listening, or am I singing? Okay. One day you'll walk out that front door with dreams bigger than my fears. All right. If you don't mind, can we do it maybe like 3 times? Yeah. 'Cause every piece. Am I doing it now, or are you listening? But if loving you means letting go, I'll do it with my head held high. 'Cause every piece I ever gave you was the best part of my life. 'Cause every piece I ever gave you was the best part of my life. But if loving you means letting go, I'll do it with my head held high. 'Cause every piece I ever gave you was the best part of my life. I measured my days and naps and miracles and whispered prayers and holding on. I let go of dreams to watch new ones grow into someone who calls, oh shite, who still calls me mom. But I started out wrong. Aye. I measured my days and naps and miracles and whispered prayers and holding on. I let go of dreams to watch new ones grow into someone who still calls me mom. I feel like I'm off there. But are we done with the bridge? I do not like that piece as much as my first attempt. I do the right. Who still calls me mom? I was more tired than I've ever been, but I learned what love can do. I didn't lose myself at all. I found myself in you. No, I didn't lose myself at all. I found myself in you. Tell me if you made it.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I used to think I knew what life was. Thought I had it all figured out. Now my heart wakes up
before I do, and I run on coffee, and somehow there's a picture of who I was on the dresser. I still see her in these eyes as she's grown into a stronger woman who's rocking you to sleep tonight. I didn't see it coming, how this tiny heartbeat could rearrange my whole life. Every fear and hope I've ever known lies behind your eyes. I measure my days and naps and miracles and whispered prayers and holding on. I let go of dreams to watch new ones grow into someone who calls me mom. I'm more tired than I've ever been, but I finally know what's true. I didn't lose myself at all. I found myself in you. There are nights I cry in the mirror, wondering if I'm doing this right. Counting all the ways I came up short, then you reached for me, and I'm alright. Every miss, every misstep, every worry I carry like a stone, but you smile like I'm your whole world, and I don't feel so alone. I'm learning grace ain't perfect answers, it's just pushing through the doubt, being everything I need to be, even when I feel worn out. I measure my days and naps and miracles and whispered prayers and holding on. I let go of dreams to watch new ones grow into someone who calls me mom. I'm more tired than I've ever been, but I finally know what's true. I didn't lose myself at all. I found myself in you. One day you'll walk out that front door with dreams bigger than my fears, and I'll miss the weight of you asleep right here in every one of these short years. But if loving you means letting go, I'll do it with my head held high, 'cause every piece I ever gave you was the best part of my life.
Nice, nice, nice.
I measured my days and naps and miracles and whispered prayers and holding on. I let go of dreams to watch new ones grow into someone who still calls me mom. I was more tired than I've ever been, but I learned what love can do. I didn't lose myself at all. I found myself in you. No, I didn't lose myself at all. I found myself in you.
Nice. What do you think?
I like it.
Good.
I think because there's a few parts that might, like, okay, this is just me being super nitpicky, right? There's a few parts to me, timing wise, that are off.
Okay, my apologies. I completely forgot to make a video when I finished recording earlier today. So I have already gotten home and already, I don't know, decompressed, gone about my day. Decompressed, that doesn't really happen when you come back after being gone from your kids. It's like, go, 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 go. But yeah, it's like 6 p.m. now, and I got home about 1:30, and just now I was able to sit down and make this video. I found myself in you. I feel good about it. The issue I have is, again, I'm such a perfectionist, and I'm also so new at this that in the studio, Mikey will say, like, I thought that sounded great, and then I think to myself, well, I want I just like this tiny little hair's breadth. And I'm not like, I have to get past the analysis paralysis, and I really cannot let perfectionism stop me from doing this, because at the end of the day, the agreement I have with the studio is we're going to do 10 songs, and I get 2 hours per song, so you have to keep moving. So I'm going to have to let 98, 99% good be good enough. And, you know, he hears voices all day long, so I also fully respect his expertise. So if he tells me, no, I think that sounds good, don't overthink it, then I need to take that advice. That's ultimately, at the end of the day, why I hired a professional, and I didn't set up an audio booth right here in my web development booth. I don't have an audio booth, I have a web development booth. So anyway, I'm paying them for their expertise. I trust Mikey with his, or my engineer, with the mix. And I heard the rough. I waited till I got home, just like last week. I took my sister's advice and I waited. I enjoyed the ride home and spent a couple hours just basking in the hard work and everything that I did in the studio before I actually listened to the rough. And I listened to the rough and I like it, just like the 3 songs before. Of course, I had like, just like a tiny bit of a change that I would love. But you know what? For someone who has never done this before, I feel like I can be really proud of going in there and fighting through the fear and the doubt and coming out with something that sounds listen toable, something that sounds pretty good. So I Found Myself in You, at the end of the day, was meant to be kind of like a glorified lullaby for my kids, and to really connect with the mom who is realizing just how profound the motherhood experience is. So if the song speaks to her and if it speaks to those kids, then that's where I'm at. I guess it's not just for moms, because I don't actually talk about only femalehood in there. So if you're a dad and you're watching, yes, I Found Myself in You. I'm sure that you could feel that way about your kids as well. It's not exclusive to moms, but as a mom who wrote it herself, that's the perspective I have when I approach singing and developing that song. So a whole lot of words. Anyway, it's Saturday night, 6:06. It's almost bath and bedtime for the littlest one. So I'm gonna wrap up here, and I'm gonna say that I Found Myself in You is done. I'll get the mix usually later in the week, and then if I don't have any changes, then he'll master and we'll get ready to release it. Cheers. Yay.